Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth here on YouTube. I am, of course, Tenebris T. You can also check me out on the radio at blogtalkradio.com/the Stench of Truth every Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. This week I will be talking with Acharya S., otherwise known as D.M. Murdoch, on the mythicist position in religious origins. Today I want to talk about something very briefly. I want to remind you that when President Obama, aka Barry Soetoro, and many other identities apparently, which is part of this entire charade, which I'm going to get to in a moment, came out with his birth certificate, his supposed long-form birth certificate, which is obviously a forgery, a completely made-up and fabricated document. That in fact that was a signal that something major was coming. And then very shortly following that, we had the supposed killing of the supposed terrorist Osama bin Laden by Navy SEALs in Pakistan, where he was apparently living free and clear right next to Pakistan's version of West Point, a military academy. Now, we were also handed the nonsensical idea that Osama bin Laden was handled in accordance with Muslim custom by being buried at sea, which is absolutely ludicrous in every possible aspect. So, what part of that is even remotely normal or acceptable in any world where rationality rules? And now we have the election, and we have the actions of the radical right in this particular situation, and those of Obama and the corporate Democrats are being displayed in such a flagrant and blatant manner in the political realm, where they are practically saying right out in public that they want the seniors to die because they don't deserve Medicare and we can't afford it. And you have people saying, like Mitt Romney, saying it's immoral to help people who have been devastated by natural disasters like tornadoes and floods. And Ron Paul saying that, well, they shouldn't live there if they can't get insurance, and if they could get insurance and they didn't buy it, that's their own fucking fault. What about private property, Ron Paul? If they have a family farm that's passed down through generations that happens to be in a flood zone and they can't get flood insurance, well, that's another topic altogether. And I don't want to get off on a tangent because I want to try to make this short. But basically my point is that there is still something big coming, something huge, something enormous. I have no idea what it is. I don't know. But it's going to be something unbelievable. And I don't want to sound like some kind of like new age guru or prophet or anything, because I'm anything but. But I want to ask you all a question. Do you not sense that there is something not right? And that what we're seeing being displayed for us every day in media and in the politics and in economics and around the world is a very dramatic attempt to try and focus people on the minutia of everyday life here on this planet, in a desperate effort to turn people's inner sense that there is something really big fucking ready to happen. And like I said, I have no idea what it is. I'm not saying I'm any kind of prophet or that I have access to some knowledge that you don't. But honestly, sit down and ask yourself, do you not feel that there is something about to occur? Soon. I don't know how soon. I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's coming. It's coming. And part of this entire charade that we're being dealt with every day is part of this. It's either part of it or it's a desperate effort to make people be so caught up in all of this illusory ludicrousness that we won't pay attention to that thing that we feel inside of us that is telling us that there is something really big coming down the pike, something enormous, something fucking huge. Or it's a symptom of this, one or the other. How else do you have a president that you know absolutely nothing about, who puts out a forged document? You have cartoon-like candidates like Rick Santorum, who, what is he? How can he even function in fucking society with the kind of shit that's coming out of his mouth? And yet, he's presented as like a credible person to be running for some kind of office, when he shouldn't even fucking exist with the beliefs and the ideas that he's proposing. And that goes for all the rest of these idiots. And the same thing with Obama and the Democrats, who can't even, agree to cut subsidies to any fucking corporation at all, and yet they just blithely go about cutting care to women and children. This is all ludicrous. It's all so ludicrous that it's like a cartoon. It's like we're living in surreality. Something major is coming. Sit down and think about it. And come to your own conclusion. Because I'm betting that there are a lot of you out there that are feeling the same thing I am. There is something big happening, because everything now is such a ludicrous, surreal thing around us that there isn't even a reality for us to look at. Something big's coming, folks. And I guarantee a lot of you out there are feeling the same thing I am. I don't know what it is. Hopefully I'll have more to say on it in the future. But it's coming, and it's something really major. Thank you. Good night.